What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Civil Disobedience, bringing you the latest in celebrity news. I want you to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, Sherlock Homegirl, and leave your thoughts and opinions below. Today, we're doing a basic discussion on the information that Tasha K on her channel, Unwind with Tasha K, here on YouTube, has released about the current situation with the R. Kelly trial. I want you guys to go and check her out. She's very informative. In fact, Tasha K has several videos that date back to the beginning of this R. Kelly situation. And it will probably make more sense to you if you were to check out those videos prior to her latest videos in order to understand why the information that she is presenting now is so important. Tasha went from believing the Clarys and the Savages, the parents of Azriel and Joycelyn, R. Kelly's girlfriends, to basically now providing enough supportive information to show that the courts aren't finding the information valid. Make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions below and subscribe. What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Civil Disobedience, bringing you the latest in the R. Kelly trial. I want you guys to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Sherlock Homegirl. Leave your thoughts and opinions below and share. Okay, guys, so basically, Tasha K, I don't know if you all are into YouTube, but Unwind with Tasha K, she really reached new levels with the information that she was given by the Clarys and the Savages on R. Kelly, okay? And she covered throughout this time that they have been prosecuting R. Kelly, the situation, the girls, and the accusations that the girls had on R. Kelly, specifically Azriel and Joycelyn, the two young ladies that were in the relationship with him. She also covered information from other various women, Asante McGee, that were supposedly, allegedly in an abusive or brainwashing or sex trafficking relationship with R. Kelly. Well, Tasha has recently gone on record as saying they have given her false information, and that as the court date and the litigation to set the date and all of the discovery information is being brought forth in like the pre-trial, it's looking like R. Kelly is not as guilty as everyone was assuming. And I want to know what you guys think about this. I want you to leave your thoughts and your opinions below. She's basically saying that a lot of the witnesses, a lot of the victims, a lot of the accusers are being found to as not credible, not admissible. And that was one of the things that I was definitely interested in finding out. How much of this information that we saw on Lifetime is sensationalism versus actually criminal when it comes to a court of law. And if you're an attorney, you know some things, please feel free to reach out, comment. I do highlight comments that pertain and that are valid to the topics that we discuss on this channel. So I feel this is what we already knew. A lot of us already knew that most of the information they had on R. Kelly is and was definitely not the entire truth. Let me say it like that. Because again, like I said about the situation with T.I. and Tiny, I'm not saying that these ladies are lying. What I'm saying is we're not getting the full picture, the entire gist of what happened in the situation. All we're getting is the portion where the women who want to be labeled as victims are pointing out specifically what made them feel victimized. But we're not getting the gist of how you got here, how you got comfortable with them, the situation that led up to the event where you felt victimized. Okay? So they're basically saying that not only does R. Kelly have proof, Ghetto Town, they're saying that not only does R. Kelly have proof that he had parental permission, didn't I tell y'all that, to deal with the girls who were minors, he also has ID documentation to go along with each trip that correlates with each incident that says he trafficked a girl or moved the girl without her parents' knowledge. He has the information. Now, where I'm a little upset with R. Kelly, and I wish he would have been, or at least had someone on his team that would have helped him think. I'm upset at the point where, why didn't you start releasing this information at first? In fact, they're basically saying that the most serious charges he's facing is witness intimidation of witnesses who were not found credible in the first place. So in other words, he may be extending his prison time by having threatened, harassed, intimidated, or tried to coerce witnesses who the courts weren't going to end up wanting to hear anyway. So we'll stay tuned to make sure that that's actually valid. And we're going to make sure that all of the information that we are hearing is going to be followed up. I'm going to follow it. Now, I feel like R. Kelly's case, as it pertains to T.I., is very similar because, and I call her Sabrina Powers, but her name is Sabrina Peterson. I believe the Sabrina lady is a tough lady. I don't believe for 1 second. In fact, I uploaded to my Facebook page several videos that gave information on charges that Sabrina still faces or has just been sentenced, if she's been sentenced for. And so I feel like a lot of the issue with Sabrina was separating herself from being seen as an abusive woman by placing herself in the victim category, okay? And I feel like a lot of this comes from what we saw happen with the R. Kelly incident. Women like Asante McGee and every woman who was of age, that Miss Kitty lady, that Latino or Puerto Rican or, you know, half black, half white lady who says he saw R. Kelly with a minor sexually. I feel like that's where these women have taught a lot of female predators. If you can label yourself a victim, you can keep yourself from getting charges brought against you. Because if you're there and you're helping to procure these girls and you're saying that these girls are supposed to be there for a sexual relationship with these rappers and whomever else they decide to include in that encounter, then it seems like if it's criminal, you're criminal as well. You know, a procurer does not get to say, oh, well, I was brainwashed. It was a job, you took it. They're also saying that Sabrina is supposed to be linked in some type of way to Big Meech. She was a stripper around the time where the BMF thing was going on, and she was supposed to be his girlfriend, even though Big Meech is married, which, you know, with the situation with Tia and Tiny, we don't know what to say about any of these things as far as her dealing with married men, because, hey, okay? So it looks like Sabrina is the type of person, not saying T.I. has the right to pull a gun on her, not saying that any of the situations where she feels victimized, she should feel victimized. I'm not there. I don't know. But I am saying that it sounds like she's very much capable of holding her own around T.I. and Tiny, and that it was quite possible that situations arose to where they just basically had to separate themselves, maybe even got into a fight or two, and sis is just looking at the situation like, hey, they're not treating me how I want to be treated, so let's get them locked up and broke. So I feel like a lot of these rappers and actors, if you're going to allow people to come backstage at your shows, if you're going to be living these extravagant lifestyles with specific women and doing a lot of all-inclusive sex acts with these women, non-disclosure agreements are great, but also having documented accounts. Anytime you get into it with these people, you may have to start actually writing the incident down, the date, the time, and making sure that you can recall anything that comes up, because it seems to me like these women are just trying to find ways to make it through this pandemic, you know, by extorting other people through the court system. That's what it sounds like to me. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that we're going to find out that R. Kelly was, and I mean, that's the only way, because people are very serious about children. I don't feel like he would have ever been able to have dealt with a child as in-depth as he has without parental permission. And I feel like the Clarys and the Savages are wrong. Y'all are so wrong as men. They're wrong to put their daughters in a situation where they are getting involved with a man and then snatching them back when they're basically proving that the Clary guy is not even Azriel's daddy, according to Tasha K. Okay? They're basically saying that is her stepfather, and they're saying that that is in the documentary that we have been waiting by Truth Media to drop. Okay, so they're basically saying he is not her biological father. They are also saying that he is uploading, because I stopped following them when they kept getting on their Instagram pages, going live and saying such disrespectful things about people in the media. Like, everybody was your friend until you got your daughter back. Now it's, okay, stop trying to clout chase on us. Baby, if you the story, we talking about you. So I stopped talking about the little girl because she's talentless. She's a cute little, you know, arm piece. What she was to R. Kelly is what she's going to end up being to any man. She's just not there. You can tell she's not committed to anything. She's flighty. She's all over the place with what it is that she's trying to put together. None of it is sounding conducive and coagulates into an actual album, in my opinion. And they're riding this R. Kelly wave like it's a surfboard. You know, they're not treating it like a person coming out of a situation that has been abused. And this is where I, as a person who's watching all of this drama, who's watching it, I don't see victim. I don't see victim. And I feel like somebody has to say it before it's like the novel 1984 and we're all walking around to the tune of people we never get to see other than when it's time to torture or beat somebody. So I just feel like everybody needs to be careful when it comes to believing what is being put out, especially when it comes to women. In most court cases, criminal cases, where there is a sexual assault, the victim is given the right to remain anonymous, okay? She is given that right to keep her name out of the media so that she does not face public retribution for claiming to have been abused by this man. With that being established, for these women to be going on Instagram Live, news stations prior to the court case making it to the court, it seems to me that they're swaying the entire nation to believe their narrative without any evidentiary support. That has to be said. If we don't say that, what are we doing? So this is your girl, Civil Disobedience. I try to keep my opinion light. At the same time, I'm looking for people to do back and forths with. That's going to be the name of my new segment that I'm going to add to my channel. It's not going to be an interview style. It's going to be debate style, where I hold a forum and give people the opportunity to respond in the actual recording to what I'm saying, and we have a back and forth. So this is your girl, Civil Disobedience. Peace. Subscribe to my channel.